Alright,
And we are live.
yeah. But take a look at the Muppets Treasure Island for a second. Alright, I'm pressing play.
It's so quiet.
I don't get it.
Watch, you'll get it in a second. There's a part where it's like the Uga Waka. It's only 2 minutes, so.
I wonder how many people here actually sing Freaks. Or even knows about that movie's existence. So he keeps popping in and out.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a color version of the movie? I never knew
Yeah,
that.
Muppets Treasure Island. Fucking amazing movie.
Oh, I'm talking about Freaks.
Oh.
I'm surprised because it's from 1932.
I did not know about that. I'm gonna join midstream. Dude, Muppets Treasure Island was a fucking amazing movie.
That's one way to describe it.
Dude,
I
it
just
was
wonder
an
how many-
amazing
I
movie.
wouldn't exactly call it that, but I haven't watched it in a long ass time, so I wouldn't
wonder how
know.
I used to watch that shit religiously, and I love Professional Pirate. It's a fucking great song. And also just that opening scene with the end being capped off by the pistol shot is great. Also,
I'll admit
like,
I did like that detail.
it opened hard for a kid's film. Like, you would not have an opening like that nowadays.
Wasn't expecting to
Fair.
see Mandalore in the chat. He said he would be busy. Welcome anyway.
Hello, Mandalore.
I did not say I would be busy.
Mandalore.
When
the
I
#1 Satina
Posted the
reader.
poll last night. You said replied that you wouldn't be there.
No, I didn't.
I also need to see eyes of our face.
Do we have any sponsors yet?
No sponsoring. When I posted the react with Chad, yes,
Sponsored
if
by
you want
Bleach
to
yet?
do the stream tomorrow night,
straight
your
Bleach.
response was busy.
I like the idea that in the middle of this, like in the middle of the stream, Steph goes like, "And this video of Miss Fiction Reading is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends." It goes into
I kind of like Lute's suggestion of sponsored by Bleach.
Yeah,
And instead of like drinking Monster Energy, we just have like cans with Bleach written
At
on.
this point, do your eyes hurt horribly and you
Phil-
want to forget?
just
Do I have
filter
been
our eyes with
honest
bleach.
to you? Eye
No,
bleach.
it's not eye bleach or bleach, chemical bleach. This is the anime bleach. Like we just
Oh,
passing
God.
around digital.
Boy, do I suggest you go and
Why?
watch something else right now.
Like it would be like this episode. Today's sponsor is Bleach.
Internal
Today's
streaming.
sponsor
We just all
is
have
none
Bleach
other
ready.
than My Immortal.
I wish we got sponsored by the
Of
author.
course it
but
is.
Nah.
Yeah, that would be a
I mean, I'm reading on the My Immortal website. is where I'm reading this from. Yes.
myimmortalrehost.webs.com.
I didn't know there was a My Immortal
Yes.
website.
myimmortalrehost.webs.com.
There's an actual website for it. You're not kidding.
Alright, can you put it in
No,
the
we
chat,
will link
Sam?
it in the
Like-
chat right fucking now. Here you go.
That's what my screen share is.
Yeah, I know that's what your screen share is, but I didn't have the link to the website.
Yeah.
Can I just say though, what
Well,
the
now
fuck
you
is
do.
this character? Who is it supposed to be?
I have no idea. Maybe it's generic
Obviously, that's
anime
Ebony Drunk
protagonist.
Quintessential Way.
But their hair's red.
This implies that at some point it was taken down.
Yes.
It was, I think, at one point.
We will read the home page first. Seeing as fanfiction has no sense of humor and deleted so many great lulls, this site will be used to host the amazing Tara Gillespie classic, My Immortal. For those of you who do not know what My Immortal is, it is, in short and most accurately, completely retarded. My Immortal is a very loose Harry Potter fanfiction
Accurate.
story about Ebony, or Innaby, Darkness Dementia Raven Way, a gothic teenage vampire girl who attends Hogwarts school. To say any more may spoil the lulls. The story is infamous for its horrible abuse to the English language and extreme gothic attitude.
Can I just say, I'd love to see a character that's a goth, but instead of, like, you know, the goth that we know nowadays, it's literally just a fucking Visigoth or an Astrogoth.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh, there's Ebony. It's just like this dude.
Ness.
Dude riding on, like,
Bruh.
bareback on a horse.
Starting with Chapter 1. AN, Special Fangs. Get it? 'Cause I'm gothic? To my GF, ew, not in that way. Raven, Bloody Tears 666. For helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing
she's the
life.
only
You
one
rock
with this
too.
song.
MCR rocks.
Yeah, help her with the spelling. Someone
Yes.
help her with the spelling. This person don't do this.
You should mess up your spelling a bit more. It's not interesting
the
enough.
page, the instant we load the page, we get hit with this blasphemy. What the fuck?
Yeah. We're off to a great start, aren't we, boys?
If I didn't have to work tomorrow, I would buy alcohol. Take a shot every time English has been used inappropriately.
You just
I just have
reminded
a-
me, I have alcohol. Fuck yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Take a shot
Alright,
for every
so let me
stupid
just,
moment. Speech is just downing it.
Alright. just-
We know. I guess we know
my,
one person who's
keys,
not
can you
surviving
guys
the
use
night.
My bottle opener. And it's open. Alright. Bottoms up.
Hi, my name is Ebony
Oh,
Darkness
it's
Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. AN, if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school. It's called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black.
Can you imagine, like, writing a character called Ebony into your Harry Potter fanfic who's actually a vampire, but it's like, when the MC calls attention to her, like, the other vampires are like, oh, she's special.
That,
She lives in her own
that
little
reminds
world.
me of like the one Ruby comic that's just so Blake just does that herself. Oh yeah, that's not a
Love
fun
Kunibyo
at
and
all.
Delusions.
I love how in the very first sentence there's an offers note. Like, you didn't even go past the first sentence. The offers note. I went offers note. First sentence. Offers note. Second sentence.
I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and a black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put my middle finger at them.
Wait, firstly, how's it both snowing and raining at the same time? Second, wow,
Can I,
she's
can I
kind of an
point something
asshole.
out? Can I point something out?
Go ahead.
We're already way past the first chapter.
I thought you were joking when you said how bad this was.
Oh, I don't joke about My Immortal.
Wait, and
No.
horrendous.
You underestimate the badness of.
You underestimate. Hey, Ebony!
You
shouted a
underestimate the
voice.
tragedy of Ebony Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way.
Or Inobi. Either or.
Hey, Ebony! shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy!
Draco Malfoy!
What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. AN, is it good? Pulls tell me, Fangs.
And that's chapter
That's
1.
chapter 1.
And the answer was no.
That is chapter 1. That's it.
What's that, like 200 words?
I am going to count right now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you actually counting the words?
Well, someone is.
305. 305 words with 1,598 characters. It could literally fit in a fucking Discord message.
That is
Hold on.
ridiculous.
Here it is.
That's including author's notes, so it's technically shorter.
I don't even know what to say to
Author's
this.
note plus some author's notes in between too.
Dear God, what have
Ve-
we done?
Chapter 2. AN, thanks to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. BTW, prep stop flaming my story, okay?
Is it bad that I feel like this is
I
a
hate it
white
when
girl
people
trying to act
say,
like she's
like-
black?
I hate when people call legitimate criticism flames. And just say, like,
It happens.
I was born in
This is-
fire.
this
Do you
is so
really
good.
think this is going to hurt me?
This is
Still this bad.
this is what we should aspire to, gentlemen.
I will never reach this level.
It's
What
6 in the X's.
What is wrong with you?
I put 666 in the X's.
oh,
All the
yeah,
numbers
yeah,
work
okay.
this.
Yeah, Zero's
Zero.
been
I
in.
will never be able to make a shit post
Yeah,
like this.
I'm alive.
The next day, I woke up in my
Alive.
bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears, and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow, AN, Raven, this is you,
Terrifying.
woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long, waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah, so, I said, blushing. Do you like Draco?
like one
She
second.
asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtily. Guess what? He
My
said.
fancy's in
What?
bikini.
I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking God! I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band, besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped.
Oh, holy shit! Good Charlotte is an actual
And
American
that's
rock
chapter
band.
2.
That was
Why
chapter
Why would an
2.
American rock band be performing in fucking Hogsmeade?
You know the sad part about all this is Good Charlotte is an actual good band. That's the saddest
291
part.
words.
Gabriel Garcia on
291
YouTube says,
words,
"Thank you for
1,000
reading the mother of all fan fiction. This really made my night." You're welcome, Gabriel.
I wish our fanfiction was adopted. I
Yeah,
truly
it's
do.
this one.
But
Jesus
whoever
fucking
is the
Christ,
father
chapter
of
2
fanfiction, I
also
will never
shifted a
forgive
Discord
him
message.
for nutting and bolting. Okay.
I'd like to point out that
Leave me
it
on
feels
some-
like that the author speak feels like gang language, considering it's stop flaming the story. Preps, okay?
language by
Otherwise,
someone who
thanks
doesn't
the
know how
Gothic
gangs
people
work.
for the good reviews.
Chapter 3. AN, stop flaming the story, preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic people for the good reviews. Thanks again, Raven. Oh yeah, BTW, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Crowlet.
So Zero,
This,
you need to message Raven and tell her thank you for this.
Okay, I just say
This
I don't
is-
need to.
what I'm
it's
experiencing
very
right now,
interesting-
anger on a biblical level.
Yo, man, does Darth Vader still have a dick?
No, it's catheter. There's an entire book about his reconstruction.
Without his dick.
Why
It's a
are
big
we
man.
talking
Explain away
about
the lack of
Vader's
a mission.
dick?
Because Eto asked about it
Yeah, what the fuck is
in your
this?
fiction room, and I was like, shit, that's a good question. I wonder if they dodged it like the Halo books dodged the question of Chief's machine that jerks him off.
Moving on.
No, they didn't
God.
dodge it.
Well, apparently not.
On the
Apparently
night
that's
of the
kind of about it.
concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and
How
front.
old is this person supposed to be? What year are they in Hogwarts?
7th year. They're 17.
Okay, just checking.
How old was the author when they made this?
No one
Oh.
knows.
Nobody knows.
Are they
So I'm like
inhaling
3
paint?
chapters and 1,000 words in, and she's described getting dressed like 4 times now.
Which I can appreciate, but the fact that there's nothing else.
It's a
Is the
woman. What do you
author a
expect?
tougher?
I put on
Well,
matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, what the heck?
What the
That's-
fuck?
Okay.
Self-harm.
I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert.
You just shed some, so.
Zero to fucking 200. What was that?
Yo,
She just says it like it's normal.
yo,
It's normal to slit your wrist, apparently.
myth is
That is I gently
okay.
opened the door level of bullshit. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's like basically me going like, I'm gonna have a sandwich. I murdered this 5-year-old child that's been in my yard this entire week.
Oh my!
And then I ordered a
Some
sandwich
girl that
with
was,
double cheeseburger, bacon on the top, onions, killed an annoyance.
Hold the mayo. I'm trying to watch my
Definitely
weight.
shot like someone who was taking too much time in the line and continued to order.
raped the cashier for no reason.
That would actually be
God,
topical in my mind.
What?
How else would I get my virgin sacrifices?
I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a
Man,
Simple
I went
Plan
outside.
t-shirt.
Surely this is fan fiction.
They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. And a lot
So what did you
a lot for cool boys wear it, okay?
What?
God. This is physically painful to read.
No,
I can
we've got
actually
another
see
upcoming
Draco
six.
Malfoy wearing eyeliner, but skater pants.
Just made my brain implode.
This one
Oh,
author's
next
note.
one.
See what's later in the
This one author's note is more painful than everything else combined.
No, you haven't gotten to the next paragraph.
I'll
Oh,
get to it.
Or you mean chapter? Are you sure you don't mean chapter?
Hi, Draco, I say in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony,
I
he
love how
said
they-
back. What?
I like how there's an explanation point.
But it's a
Depressed
depressed voice.
I'm incredibly depressed.
Hi, Ebony, he said
Yeah.
back. We
Hey,
walked
Draco,
into his
I'm
flying
sorry.
black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666 and flew to the place with the concert.
It does.
On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte.
Can I just say it would be more unbelievable that they say, oh, the license plate is 666, except I've seen so many people with fan fiction usernames that have 666 in there somewhere, or other comparably edgy usernames.
Look, fanfiction readers are insane.
Yeah, like Bloody Tears 666.
Yeah, I could actually see that as a real fucking username.
Yeah, like
Sometimes they're just like sort of ironic though.
legitimately, if I ever make a license plate for my store, I'm just going to pick random letters and word numbers.
You come in cold, you're covered in blood. They're also happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life, sang Joel. I don't own the lyrics to that song.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
Why
it's
is she trying to
obvious.
talk like a black girl? Like she's talking like a stereotypical black girl in like any movie.
Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me all protective.
Oh, man.
Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face.
Wow.
Damn, that's harsh.
Wow.
Hillary Duff.
Sounds like something that someone who's very jealous of Hillary Duff's looks would say.
Right?
Clinton.
Yeah.
Shit, you got her pegged there.
Let's not bring up pegging when talking about Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway, and Draco Malfoy.
Or Inobi. You can't
You
forget
can't
the
name
Inobi.
Joel, so
The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest.
Law and Order theme plays.
500 words, 2,635 characters. This one actually can't fit into a Discord message unless you have Nitro.
Oh,
But
well,
the
let me
first
get
two
that for you.
chapters fucking could. What does
I
that
can
say
put
about
that
this
on
piece of
Discord
shit right
message
here?
because I have Nitro. Hey, pay to win.
Is it bad that I feel like all those dots will turn to a Morse code that says "Kill me"?
Chapter 4, AN. I said stop flaming, okay? Ebony's name is Inabi, not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. They knew each other before, okay?
I just don't
Note the
understand.
666 in the X's there.
Yes, there's another
there's another
666 in the X's.
Both explode and implode at the same time.
This is
Listen
where we
and
get to the good
fusion.
part finally. This is where Dumbledore gets introduced.
Draco! I shouted. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony, he asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. And then... ... Suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took of my top and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what and we did it for the first time.
He put his thingy into my you-know-what. Man, Cambrian has nothing on this. Let me tell you, Cambrian ain't got shit.
This is peak smut, guys. Like
Harry Potter and the you-know-what.
He put his thingy, my you-know-what. What is the thingy? What's the you-know-what? It just turns out to be his finger into her eye socket.
Oh, God.
Fuck off.
No, it's not eye socket, it's nostril. Get it right, it's a nostril, not eye socket.
Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere and my pale body became all warm and then... What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was... Motherfuckers. It was... Dumbledore!
No.
Dumbledore!
What the fuck are you doing, you motherfuckers? Dumbledore asked calmly.
This is the best. This is the best characterization of Dumbledore I've seen in any
Yes.
Harry Potter fic, and clearly, that's why this is considered the best fic ever.
Oh yes, 100%.
Shut your lying bitch ass up. No, it is fucking not.
Chapter 5.
You're just jealous that you're not this good, Velix.
AN, stop flaming! If you flam it, means you're a prep or a poser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is cause he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good reboils.
There's like another fucking student pregnancy will ruin us.
Oh, damn it. We can't have another.
I do have to say.
And there's 44 chapters of this.
What?
No, there's 44 chapters of it.
She's already holding updates hostage for reviews, so that's real classy.
There's a total of 44.
I'm wondering what the videos are.
None of the videos are working. That's why I didn't look at it. It's supposed to.
Sounds like some really cursed meat canyon.
It was supposed to be links to YouTube videos of other people reading it, but none of the links work. So yeah, YouTube.
Unsurprising.
Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me.
Is she a cultivation character? Like a wuxia character? I spit blood at Dumbledore's arrogance.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Johnsia.
When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice.
Yeah, Snape and McGonagall don't even know what was wrong. Why are they already angry?
Because they're angry, okay?
Freaking breaking, you know.
No, they're
Nick's just
dunces.
jealous.
Like, I like the idea is that I don't care they were in the Forbidden Forest. I had an issue with them having sex.
Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, "Because I love her!"
Keyword there being shriek.
I'd also like to point out that you're either mediocre or a dunce.
No, they're mediocre at being dunces.
Oh, wait, does that mean that they're... You know what, never mind.
Yeah.
Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, "Fine, very well, you may go up to your rooms." What?
What, is he their dad now?
Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Why are they going upstairs? They're Slytherins. The Slytherin common room is in the dungeons.
Slytherin is wherever she wants Slytherin to be.
Fair enough. Okay, moving on.
Probably have their own room.
Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, ... Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing "I Just Want to Live" by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered. Even though he wasn't supposed to be there, we hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight and he reluctantly went back to his room. Chapter 6.
I need to take a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
And should you stop preps, okay? P.S. I will not update until you give me good reviews.
You've misspelled reviews twice now in different ways.
Yes.
I'm slowly believing that this is not a human, but an alien trying to disguise himself as a human.
This is the plot of Worm. They're trying to incite conflict.
Or someone's actually achieved the singularity already, and the AI is still learning.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like this is how Alien would act like in a restaurant. Like, I'll enjoy all this human cuisine with my 7 senses. Side, smell,
Delicious lasagna.
pork, and boyguff.
Lasagna. I would like a Vegeta.
I'd like to point out that we're only 30 minutes into the stream.
Oh god.
That's so
Zero.
How many?
Zero.
chapters?
This is definitely satire because the author correctly spelled Azerbaijan when they spelled like the word "and" wrong.
Hey, that's what Google corrected for. They probably Google searched it.
They probably copy pasted the word they spelled correctly.
There's other situations where I know it's gotta be satire. It has to be satire.
You never know.
Until proven otherwise, this was made 100% seriously.
I mean,
Nope.
you're right. Like,
Heresy. Heresy.
I'd say it's satire too, but it's weird how much effort they put into some things and little into others. Like, the dresses are good, but then they try and describe themselves, and
Okay,
it comes out
you know
hideous.
what? To prove that I can write satire, like make it like a shit satire, I'm going to spell the words, I think, the way the vocabularist, Webster, tried to shorten stuff of how he simplified the words, like armor and, you know, different other types of words where he simplified it. Well, he wanted to do the same thing with several other words. I'm going to use that type of spelling for different words and make it absolute shit and unlegible.
The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end, and a matching top with red skulls all over it, and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple.
Wait.
Okay.
I mean, sure.
Not dyed it.
I mean, it's not like
Wait.
you are a fucking. I mean, it's not like you're a fucking wizard and can't use magic to change your hair purple.
Nope, spray paint.
Yeah.
Well, then she wouldn't get high off the fumes.
That's highly toxic.
In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk, and a glass of red blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up, because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's alright. What's your name, I questioned. As if she didn't already...
We also need a channel for myths fanfictions called Weird Shit.
I was gonna say, Count Chocula cereal with blood in Harry Potter.
Like,
Oh, no,
channel that says, like, it's weird findings.
My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days, he grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared.
Why the fuck does he whimper?
No. Yeah!
We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Chapter 7, Bring Me to Life. That's another really short chapter.
Are all the are all the chapter names also song names?
I have no idea.
I feel like
So
we're
refuse
trying to find.
acknowledge that travesty is a song that I like.
Like, here's the thing.
Well, this is the first chapter that's had a title.
Eto just send me a message in French.
This is the first chapter that's had a title.
Since you're Canadian, you can translate
I like
this,
how
right?
among all the X's in the 666, there's one Z.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do it, eh?
You're Canadian, therefore you know it's French.
I know precisely what it means just by the fourth word.
This feels like we're playing a video game and we're playing for Easter eggs.
Instead of Satanist, they said Satanitis.
And well, okay, you guys, I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews. In BTW, I won't write the next chapter till I get 10 God Vons. So stop flaming or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Marie Sue, okay? She isn't perfect.
Wait.
She's a Satanitis. She's a Satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake.
That threat to report people may have actually been effective because she was writing back when fanfiction.net actually had moderators, right?
Right. Maybe that's what guy.
Had for like a decade by now.
Maybe that's what actually got My Immortal taken down. She reported the flamers. They took a look at the story and said, "We can't allow this to stay up." No.
No, it was probably because of that really racy smut scene that put
Oh yeah.
Content.
Yeah.
He put his thing in my you know what, and we did it for the first time.
Yeah.
Draco and I. What?
I was going to say, can someone make a cutout for me? And I'll post it to Offers Knowing post being too cold of shit posting. I want them to see it too.
Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails and red nail polish. A and C, does that sound like a Murusu to you?
Yes.
I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door, then... ...
Say, he's jealous of her for going out with Draco.
Yes.
Not Draco for going out with her.
Yes, 100%.
Oh my god.
Of course, she'd have a problem with ew with lesbians, but 2 guys.
Wait, does she have a problem with lesbians?
Of course.
Well, she said ooh when she said girlfriend, so...
Yeah.
You like the first line.
Oh my god.
Forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Wait,
There's a book of My Immortal quotes.
Oh, God.
So it's a list of My Immortal quotes.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Reading Arabian Nights strikes again.
Like, it literally has, what the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was Dumbledore.
It better have Count Chocula.
I think it's a preview.
Why did you post that? My eyes. I've been tainted. Why?
You're welcome.
No. I may be. Do you allow spoilers? Because I just looked up what he looked up, and I have to say this.
Fucking line is hilarious.
Like I said, just the word abandonos, like I already knew what it was.
We started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically.
Man, imagine if they started Frenching
Why
actively.
couldn't say to make me less beautiful?
He felt me up before I took of my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex. See, is that stupid? Oh, Draco! Draco! I screamed while getting an orgasm, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words... ... Vampire! I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway.
Damn.
That's from out nowhere.
Damn.
Wait, what?
Well, because
Vampires get AIDS?
Ebony's the vampire, remember?
What does she care?
I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people.
Right.
Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled!
But only using the terminology that My Immortal uses.
Chapter 8. AN, stop flashing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. What the hell is flashing?
I assume she meant to go flaming?
Keeps devolving.
Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long, waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had a pale white skin, and she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor.
What? Wait,
What?
She converted to Slytherin and became Slytherin?
I came back to
This is amazing!
Oh, yes. You have the annual Quidditch match, and then you have Slytherin's annual goat sacrifice and blood orgy in the dungeon.
Yes.
What does a sad scream sound like?
No, I think it's Darth Vader's. No.
What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. My internal voice read this as though it was Lucifer speaking.
Listen to it. Listen to it.
The first time, I think I actually agree with Snape.
Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire, I'm bi, and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep.
Oh, it's Draco's point of view.
But
I'm still confused.
Very
going on right now.
Whose POV is this again?
I have no idea.
Wait, it also says Ebony's bi.
Yes.
After earlier saying that she didn't like lesbians or something?
You're right. Damn, make up your mind. Stop half-assing your bigotry, Ebony, you dumbass.
Yeah, but it says I'm bi and so is Ebony, so...
Yeah.
Does she only like other bi girls then? What the fuck kind of logic is that?
I'm...
Ebony logic.
But I am not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears.
Did she have a dick or something and Draco chopped it off?
Yes.
Kudanari.
All the other characters.
Chapter 9. Ian, stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache. And the reason Snap doesn't like Harry now is because he's Christian. And Vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks.
Yeah,
Wait, but he's a wizard. How can he be a Christian?
Let me just say, I'm Christian, and
See,
a
the
Satanist
Christians are the
carried
bad
me
guys,
through
yes,
my
that's
philosophy class back in college. So, well, I might not agree with their religion, you know, I gotta say, thanks for the caffeine pills.
Oh. Until something comes up in story that proves otherwise, my headcanon is now that Ebony is actually Colin Creevy, who's been transformed.
Oh, holy shit.
I buy it.
What?
I buy it.
You
That's a
buy
good
it?
one.
B-I?
Yes. Ebony is simply a gender bent Colin Creevy.
He lost his virility at the tree.
Did the fucking... Wait, he lost his virility at the tree. What the fuck did the Whomping Willow do to him? Oh, God.
Jesus fucking Christ! What that?
What just happened?
I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a suddenly, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose, and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was... ... Voldemort!
It's basically like Voldemort because it is Voldemort.
That's why it looks like
Surprise.
he's actually Voldemort the entire time.
He and SI.
No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell out of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. What?
It's the worst show.
I'm sorry. But Crucio is hilarious.
Yes!
Imagining like fucking Ron trying to cast Crucio and fucking it up and saying Crookshanks.
That's great.
Oh my fucking god.
Hard to read like the jar of ash. Or the portrait of jar of ash, or whatever it's called.
It's not. It's flu powder.
No,
Harry
the
Potter and
AI
how what looked like ash or something.
My god. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter.
Wait, what?
Also,
Okay.
apparently,
Can he be any more clear?
also apparently Drake
crying right now.
Like, here's the weird thing. Apparently, he got mad that Harry cheated on her with Draco, and then her and Draco were dating. So what the hell is going on?
No one knows.
This is some sort of...
I thought about Vampire and his sexa eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up?
That's what he said happened.
Yeah, but because Ebony didn't think of it, it's impossible.
Yeah, my convenience.
No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco.
No,
Glocks were made at the time, so it wouldn't be a Glock. Actually, no, Glocks were made at the time, never mind.
How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude, you're so retarded look on his face. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick.
Okay, Zero, I have to disagree. This is obviously satire.
I mean, at this point, maybe, but I'm still not sure.
Again, I want to know what flying away angrily looks like.
It's like driving away angrily. You go really, really fast and continuously just honk and yell at people in front of you.
I just like the idea of just Voldemort just
When you say
pouty
honking,
face,
I'm
he's kinda
imagining like fucking Voldemort has a bicycle horn on his broom?
No, it's Voldemort.
Logically.
He's flying away at top speed, casting Crookshanks everywhere.
Not just like the idea that he's like. Not just like the idea that you're.
It's raining cats and dogs.
Literally. Not just like the idea that he's just going like.
And they all cause intense pain. Just cats.
Not just like the idea he's like trying to make himself look all menacing and such, and he just gets on the broom and just floats away slowly.
Just flipping you off on the way back.
I knew I should have bought the Nimbus 9000.
I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco! I said, hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram, get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay, I asked?
No, ain't better. I think Draco was a Satanist.
No.
Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. Chapter 10.
Wait, they're walking?
Yes. They're walking and making out.
Ah, logic.
Wait. She is now insulting gay people.
AN, stop it, you gay fags. If you don't like my story, then fuck off. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle after all, and she and Vampire are evil. That's why they moved houses, okay?
At this point, I have to give him, if you didn't like the story so far, you really shouldn't still be reading.
Right?
And then there's us over in Myth Fiction Room.
Is she bisexual or not?
Exists.
I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset, went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and NCR. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it, and Hagrid.
Ron, aka Diablo the Immortal.
Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists.
Jesus Christ.
That was my wrist if I had to put up with this girl as well.
He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that. Or a stake.
Oh my god.
Never take damage.
By the way, this means like a New York strip.
Yep, exactly. T-bone.
Yeah.
Hey, if a steak could kill a vampire, could you fire just a really long steak out of a cannon? Would it fucking kill him?
Nah, I don't know why, but I'm just imagining. Is it bad now? I'm just imagining a bunch of Texans fighting against an army of vampires, just flinging T-bones at them.
Also,
I love that visual.
Also,
a 10-gallon hat, a bunch of rednecks with 10-gallon hats with T-bones.
contradiction. She was wearing cross earrings a few chapters ago.
Sam, just like with gun holsters, but they just pull out like ribeye steaks and T-bones and just flings them everywhere.
They read the lore, but they just misunderstood it.
She was wearing cross earrings a few chapters ago.
Based on if it still works.
Have I gotten lucky and missed all of it?
Oh no, we are only on chapter 10 out of 44.
Oh, God, no.
44.
Oh god, is it too late to run away?
No, you're here now.
I mean, it's too late to leave now. If you leave now, we'll just pigeonhole you and then call you a wimpy, scary girl.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just permanently change your name to Wimpy Pussy.
And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs, and tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not.
No, she really is.
I'm not convinced.
Why? No.
Just to be certain, what is this, a Harry Potter thing or something?
Yeah, this is My Immortal.
Very, very loosely,
I'm
it's a Harry
Chocula.
Potter thing.
Like, this is the epitome of Harry Potter fanfiction.
Like,
Yep.
I mean, want to give you an idea how loose it is? It's like, I want to say a Las
For example,
Vegas
the Bloody Mary who's showing up, that's Hermione.
Yeah.
Also, Ron's called Diablo.
Harry's called Vampire.
Yeah. If we were thinking in terms of women, how loose it was, it would be a woman after she just had her 6th child.
Oh my god!
In
Oh,
one
that's-
sitting,
what is-
or
it's so
in
edgy.
one sitting.
That is
or
so
what?
edgy.
Well, no, I was.
Thanks for that mental image,
these-
buddy.
If
Thanks.
you're wondering
You're welcome.
how loose they are, imagine a woman from New York City in the bad part district, and that really likes meth.
No, imagine Mr. Hands after he filmed the video. That's how loose.
Oh my god.
Support you, bro.
Besides,
Also-
horny is because it's way funnier. The image of killing vampire Harry Potter with a raw piece of beef.
We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly bust into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came, and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him, because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into
I'd like to
tears.
point out that she's the only person who doesn't respect Harry's name, because everyone, including Voldemort and Dumbledore, call him Vampire Potter, and she doesn't.
Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you fucking poser muggle bitch? See, is that out of character?
Is it that when it says jump out of a wall, I just imagine he just basically
Draco just Kool-Aid manned it.
Kool-Aid
No,
man.
He pulls a Naruto. You know, he's just holding up a piece of vaguely looking like wall parchment and is standing against the wall.
Wait!
No, he did the Hunger Games thing, and he just painted himself to camouflage into the wall.
Oh,
When she said
yeah,
that,
the thing is, he's Draco Malfoy. Would he really be able to do that?
I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for one more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't 'cause he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically nut swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Ebony, Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists.
Wait,
They already said that they already said that vampires couldn't die that way, and also the fact that Dumbledore appeared instantly.
Who knows? Maybe you use silver this time.
Dumbledore is an NPC, guys. So logically, after the quest is finished, he'll appear. God.
I just like the idea that Dumbledore is like.
Yeah, specifically an Oblivion NPC.
Oh shit.
Yes, that is accurate.
Well, it seems like the
Accuracy
story.
100.
The story seems like it's getting better already.
Chapter 11. AN, I said stop flaming up, preps. See if this chapter is stupid. 1111. It deals with really serious issues. SPC for yourself. If it's stupid bro fangs to my friend Raven for helping me.
I mean,
God.
The more I hear, is just like, is this like, was this like a legitimate attempt at a story, or is this just a meme story? Because I can't tell. I cannot tell if this author is being serious or trying to meme it up.
I don't know which is worse.
In which case she's done a masterful job. But I'm worried that it's a real
social experiment to see how people.
I am
react to
100%
this.
certain it's satire.
Like, I'm thinking this is a
honestly, I can't tell which is worse.
Because if it's satire, then it's funny.
Like,
But if it's not satire, I shudder. I shudder if this is not satire.
It doesn't matter if it's satire or not. It's just plain funny.
Yeah, like
pathetic is what it is.
Who sees this as funny and who sees this as shit?
Yes.
Hey,
Like, this is
it
a
is
social experiment.
it is shit, but it's also funny.
How do you know it's shit? It's not even out yet.
No! I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary.
Horrified.
Yes, you did it wrong. GD goes like this.
No, I'm not giving. I am not giving one of Vader's scenes to her.
No. No. It's not your Vader scene.
I just feel like that would be funny though. All of a sudden she's
Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her fuck off, and I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room, because he would look like a perv that way.
Oh my god!
I think chasing after a crying woman will do that enough.
Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. Then they got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a stake and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. Your
buddy commits suicide. You're depressed as hell, and one of the first things you do is put on Linkin Park at full volume.
That has
she tried to stick a New York strip in her chest.
I purposely tore out the T-bone, pointing at my chest. Must I do it? Must I stick the T-bone in my arm?
I just imagine her
Robert,
just
you
having a
just used
flaming
the
yawn.
steak, bruh.
Just like trying to
She eats
bang
the
it
steak.
into her chest.
I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sandly. What? I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me. And Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. Ew, you fucking perv! Stop looking at me naked! Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in.
Isn't she 17?
Yes.
Ah. So yes, but also no.
Snap and Lupin.
What the fuck? This. No, here's the weird thing. Here's the weird thing.
What isn't weird in this fucking scene?
Firstly, Snape has a video camera that shouldn't work in Harry Potter. 2, they're just randomly floating in front of this window since he's in a tower.
Actually, the trope of
You're like eating popcorn while they're watching her.
The trope of Muggle technology not working in Hogwarts is not entirely accurate.
It's not fucking canon.
So it's definitely not part of this story.
Okay, I wasn't gonna drink any more alcohol tonight, but I think
It's like
I need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink too. Fuck this.
the flying car is technically Muggle technology. Harry had a watch.
But it's
That's
not
Muggle
electronic.
tech.
It is not electronic.
Harry did have an electronic watch
How can you be certain it's an electronic watch?
because going into the Black Lake broke it.
I mean,
I always like to imagine that the reason that Muggle technology doesn't work at
It's simply because electricity can't get there. If the video camera is battery operated, I'm sure it would
Or they
work.
just lied. Hey, how much you want to bet if they decided to basically say no more Muggle pollution into our culture after somebody snuck in a Playboy magazine? How much you want to bet that's what happened?
Nah. It was a Triforce tournament, and the Japanese team
confiscated
brought in some
and
colorful
dealt
literature,
with
which is
in
why
some
they don't
manner.
show up anymore.
Abracadabra! He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." "What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student." "I may be a Hogwarts student," Hagrid paused angrily, "but I am also a Satanist." "This cannot be," Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. "There must be other factors."
No, you have to suffer.
"You don't have any," I yelled in madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. "The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there."
Up my nose. Fuck.
I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. "Why are you doing this?" Lupin said angrily, where he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood, because I felt faint. Because, Hagrid said as he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air, then swooped singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent.
Singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. What the fuck? 50 Cent doesn't have any tunes. He's a rapper.
"Because you're gothic?" Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. "Because I love her."
What?
Man.
Raise your hand if you have no idea what just happened in that scene.
You can't see
Obviously, they really need to get Child Protective Services into Hogwarts. I think one of the teachers that is too close in interest in the students.
Oh, the groundskeeper or what? Or was it a different person?
Who knows at this point?
Oh no!
For all we know, it could be either or hell, it could be both. With how this thing is going.
And stop being okay. Hagrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are like that. I wanted to address the issue. "How do you know, Snap? He ain't Christian. Plus, Hagrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric, okay?"
Wait, what?
How? What? Firstly, that's a very gross.
Much confusion. I need
That's
more
like a
alcohol.
gross.
you thinking
Kinda
of a
just
chimp or something?
Discrimination to
So it appears that man is no longer here.
teachers in America. Like, there might be some bad people, but there's not.
It's supposed to be stereotypical.
I successfully broke Mandalore.
To be fair,
Disney could not break him, but you did.
I think you can take credit for that. This story, bro.
Yeah.
yes,
I am taking full.
Would he have learned and read this story if it wasn't for him?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Well, actually, if he brought the story, can't we just like get rid of Myth then, so we don't have to listen to it anymore?
You can't get rid of me.
Yeah, I know. It was American dream, even if it's impossible.
Forcing you to be here.
They've.
We will judge you if you bitch out, though.
Well,
I was about to slit my.
They also threatened me with various things if I left.
I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together. No! I thought it was Hairgrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream, OMFG, no! My scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know? I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back.
Okay. I like how she's like how Gon is actually a fucking bro in this, instead of just being bashed.
Anyway, my scar hurt and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me! Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage.
Of course, that's what I come back to. Of course, that's what I come back to. What
the fuck? Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles. And you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. No, it's St. Mango's.
What is that? Just Mango's.
Dumbledore had constipated.
Dumbledore had constipated the stereo camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. Innaby, I need to tell you something, he said in a V-serious voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off, I told him. You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you, I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic.
I thought her bed was black, like literally everything else about her.
What?
For her skin. Ebony, someone said her bed was pink.
She has pink lining on her in her coffin.
What the hell? I thought it would be black. That's
nope.
The character.
She was also wearing pink fishnets a while back.
Pink fishnets?
No, Innaby, Hagrid says. Those are not roses. What, are they goths too, you poser prep? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton P video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated. See, is that spelled wrong? To it, he added silently.
Has her beta reader been expelled from Hogwarts yet?
No. This is yes.
Bleach for water.
I would like to point out that this is when the grammar was good. This is when grammar and spelling was good.
I'm gonna hop out and do something productive, like read or go play in traffic.
Playing Project
What is in traffic on PC or PS4?
No, as in he's gonna run out into the street.
I know, I'm fucking with you. I'm serious.
He's like, I'm gonna start playing chicken with a fucking semi.
Whatever. I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand.
Smurf has officially come out as being a bitch. We can continue.
Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. These aren't roses. He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say! That's not a spell. That's an MCR song, I corrected him wisely. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed, Pedalus Moringo mi cremically romacio. For all you cool gothic MCR fans out there, that is a tribute. Especially for Raven. I love you, girl. Imo noto okeo.
This is kind of scary.
And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air. And it was black. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay,
yes,
I believe now.
The color black changes who you are.
Yes. Okay, I believe you now. What the fuck is Draco? Hairgrid rolled up his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, Inobi, Dumbledore said, watching the two of us, watching the flame. To see what is in the flames. Haha, your viewers flames, get it? You must find yourself first, okay?
Oh, God. About Hagrid this time. It's got to be up to 20.
I have found myself, okay, you mean old man? Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed. You are a liar, Prof. Dumbledore.
Bliss.
Dumbledore. Dumbledore.
Oh my God.
Descriptions of clothing.
You are a liar, Dumbledore. Can you just imagine someone in this, like, an actual conversation saying that? Like, you are a liar, Dumbledore.
Imagine
anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said sadly. Fangs, get it? You do too, I said sadly too. But I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the hair of magical creatures.
Hair.
Oh.
He was getting all up in that Yeti.
He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff.
Wait, what wasn't he? Isn't he in the hair of a magical creatures? Why is he suddenly in a Hufflepuff?
A Hufflepuff is a magical creature.
Seems
duh.
Debatable.
I mean, they're obviously not a real witch or wizard, so they have to be a magical creature.
I need more alcohol for this.
Yeah.
Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in a wookily sad way. We both looked at each other for some time.
Equally sad way.
Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other.
Oh my!
Like in the middle of the classroom.
Yep, in the middle of the class.
I would like to imagine to be a student in that classroom, like you're taking notes,
and then you suddenly just see two people start going at it like rabbits.
You should just transfigure them into rats or something.
Stop it now, you horny simpletons! Shouted Professor McGonagall, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker! I said, slapping.
Google to you.
Yeah, Professor McGoggle. Vampire, you fucker! I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You know I love Draco. I shouted, and then I ran away angrily.
Jumped on him and tried to fuck him.
Jumped on each other. Stop trying to screw me.
Like, I'm having the span of like 30 seconds. Like,
I yearned for true gender equality.
Just then he started to scream, OMFG, no! My scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I feel like we're rehashing something.
Wait.
This seems like...
Wait, this is just the... Yeah, this is the exact same section from
Yep.
earlier.
Forward to where it says, yeah, look.
Yep. I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt, and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. Special thanks to Raven, my Gothic's blood sister. WTF, you're supposed to read this.
Oh, I just have a terrible image in my head now because of that sentence.
Hey, Raven, do you know where my sweater is? Oh. This makes it sound like they know people in each other in real life.
And I think that was the longest chapter so far.
Do you know where my sweater is? Where my sweater is? I like how she's asking that. Like, she's going to read the story.
It's the longest chapter altogether, because we don't want these chapters as longer if there's 44 of them.
We're halfway through the first 22 chapters. AN, Raven, thanks for gelping me again. I'm sorry I talked your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Prep, stop flaming.
You won't want to stop abusing the English language. Like a goddamn drug abusive stepdad.
Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. He came right there. No warning. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't! We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially you, Ebony. With you, Ebony. He said while he
would you let your student stay in the grasp of a terrorist because he was bad in school?
He said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. And don't you think gay guys are like so hot?
She keeps changing her mind.
I think the character thinks one thing and the author thinks another, and they get confused between themselves.
Assuming that whoever's beta reading is
schizophrenia.
It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, suddenly, we were in Voldemort's lair.
Firstly, how? Secondly, I just imagine Harry Potter is going like. Also, I just imagine Harry Potter, or in this case, Vampire, just going like Brain Blast from Jimmy Neutron.
Yes.
It's like think,
Brain Blast.
It's like you just slowly see like the pea brain that is Vampire, just mainly just a Draco and Ebony naked, and it's like Brain Blast.
We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a crooned voice say, Alakadabra! It was Voldemort!
You sure that's not the Ayatollah?
Allah Kadavra?
Yeah, Alakadabra.
No, gotta
you sure to say nicest? Like, what's going on here?
Allahu Kadavra.
Allahu Akbar.
And fuck off preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed, and I had to go to the hospital because I slipped my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 god revives.
What the fuck? That's a weird transition.
Guys, we must.
I find it interesting as well that they've progressed from 5 to 10.
10 more good reviews.
No, not good reviews. God revives, so revoils. Warning! Warning! Some of this chapter is extremely scray. Vile excretion advised.
Excretion advised?
Your excretion advised.
What is it, Hungarian spice?
Oh my god, no.
We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail.
I was Draco back.
Apparently he was never dead.
He was
Voldemort.
Voldemort had him bondage.
Yeah. Very sexual bondage.
Yeah, because that makes sense instead.
He put his pee-pee in Draco's you-know-what.
Yeah, he put his thing... Voldemort put his thingy in Draco's you-know-what, and they did it.
Yeah, that's
Oh no. What did they do? Did they hold hands?
They did it.
No, they didn't say
Calm down, you're giving me the vapors.
Oh
no, man.
Not before marriage.
Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Then suddenly he looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me? He said. In this, he is 16 years old, so he is not a pedophile, okay?
Tail? Who's a full-grown adult?
What? No, seriously. What?
You're telling me like a 5-year-old betrayed the Potters?
Yep.
I swear, if this had like face view, you would just see my face just turn the weirdest look ever.
Huh? I asked. Innobi, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could...
Man, Voldemort comes a lot in this.
Oh my god. We could hear his high heels clacking to us.
Why is Voldemort wearing high heels?
He's wearing high heels talking in a Victorian man.
So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy. And a really huge you-know-what and everything.
No, he has a really big thingy. Or really huge thingy, sorry.
I like the idea it just turns out to be his toe. He just has a really big toe.
It's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here except for Bloody Mary? Because she's not ugly or anything. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me, like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me, Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco?
Snaketail, you fucking bitch.
Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily.
What the fuck does Satan have to do with any of this?
And don't worry, Innobi isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted, and then I ran away.
Fucking satire.
Every time something happens, she shouts and runs away. Or cries and runs away. Everyone
I'm
has to run
probably
away.
gonna have to mute up here in a second.
Understandable.
Chapter 15.
It's
AN.
late. I'm gonna have to mute up.
Stop flaming, okay? BTW, you suck from no one on every time someone flams me. I'm gonna slip my wrists. Thanks to Raven for whipping in.
Self-harm over review. Oh my gosh. The fuck is that trash? But threatening self-harm over reviews, even if it's just fucking satire, not cool, fam.
Yeah, like,
I feel uncomfortable with this Voldemort over here, guys.
Ebony! Shouted Draco sadly. No, please come back! But I was too mad. Whatever, now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood-red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class.
They have biology?
Wait, biology?
It does now.
Biology class.
Also, if she's drinking her own blood, does that make her a cannibal?
Has she even read these books?
No, she
says she hasn't read all.
Yeah, she said she hasn't read the books, only watched the movies.
Yeah, that's why it's so different.
Also, how many times has this girl slit her wrists?
A lot.
In amount.
She's gonna get tetanus at this rate.
She's a vampire,
They're
though.
developing immunity.
Yeah,
And I'm
she
pretty sure that's going to be what kills her, not the steaks, but fucking tetanus.
she accidentally slits her wrist with a cross.
We need to cut off your hands. Why? Well, because of how many times you keep fucking cutting yourself.
I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front in blood red letters, and it was all ripped in a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them, with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned to Draco. "Innaby, I love you," he shouted sadly. "I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you." Then... ... He started to sing the Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. And don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out of here.
Also, how many times have you told people to get the fuck out of here at this point?
So many of us just have to get the fuck out of here.
I guess I
Also, I can't help but feel like this is now just turning from stupid to High School Musical.
OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now at them. "I love you," I said. Then we started to kiss, just like Hilary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CHM in A Cinderella Story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together.
Why is My Chemical Romance having a concert in Hogsmeade?
Why not?
Why not, bro?
Why didn't you question it when the other band had a concert in Hogsmeade?
I did question it.
Not out loud, so it doesn't count.
Yes, I did. I
Yep.
was like, why is an American band having a fucking concert in Hogsmeade?
Yo, that's racism. Why can an American band thing against American?
I don't know.
AN.
Get a good microphone.
And you know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me you're nut preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweet, you stupid Turitis. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. BTW, thanks to Brittany5655 for teaching me my Japanese.
What?
I don't think they succeeded.
You fail in English. How are you going to succeed in Japanese?
Oh man.
The word I actually just looked it up. The word in Japanese is completely correct.
What word?
It's spelled right.
What word?
Hajimashita.
Hajime Maste.
Hajimasta. Yes.
Are you reading ahead or something?
Oh, did I get ahead? I'm on chapter 16. Are we behind?
That's I literally just started it.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I pushed forward by accident.
How dare you? You no longer.
We ran happily to
Can't believe it.
Also, the fact that you're reading this yourself while I'm reading it makes me question your sanity.
Also,
I'm
apparently
sorry.
Raven took her sweater, I guess.
Yeah, apparently. Is that what is that supposed to say, sweater?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
guessing
remember a
because
few
she
chapters
asked.
ago, she was like, "Hey, where's my fucking sweater?"
Bitch, give me back my shit.
I get. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fish nets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt with black baggy pants. Anyway, we stayed moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was ... Voldemort and the Death Dealers.
That sounds like a band name.
Like Voldemort and the Death Dealers.
No, Voldemort and the Death Dealers.
That sounds like an amazing band.
WTF, Draco, I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR, and you know how much I lick them. What, because he gadgeted uncomfortably because guys don't like to talk about you-know-what. Yeah, because I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going with an escort. OMFG, what? WTF? Are you giving in to the mainstream, I asked? So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Innaby, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattened, because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me.
What the fuck?
Okay then, I guess I will have to, I said. And then we Frenched for a while, and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajimashite girl, she said happily. We specs Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese. BTW Willow, that fucking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. Hey, and Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you.
Okay.
It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Death's Nightmare Before Christmas, Before Xmas.
Like
Maybe Willow will die too, I said. What? Is it bad if you... Kawaii, Bloody Mare shook her head energetically with lethargically. Oh yeah, I'll have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac.
What the fuck?
Why does this keep getting weirder and weirder?
Yo, vampires are...
Keep in mind, this is over for a sweater from context.
But
did I say you wouldn't fucking murder your friend and defile her corpse over a sweater?
Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh hey, BTW, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. I need to wear like the hot set outfit ever.
Does that mean that they talked in sign language? They said they talked to each other in silence?
I guess so. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, totally, let's go shopping. Enregetically. My God.
Also, why is there words capitalized and some lowercase in that word?
I don't know. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spin. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool Gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked, sure it would be Draco or Diablo or a vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our Brahms.
Draco?
Yes.
Spell it as Draco.
OMFFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk. She told me, come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snot tried to buy a Gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room, wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out in a very low cut with a huge slit.
You're pronouncing goth like the fucking orcs do in 40k.
Gothic?
Yeah, goths. There's literally a fucking orc clan called the Goths.
Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I am going to give it to you free, because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you going to be at the concert tonight, he asked. Yeah, I am, actually. I looked back at him. Hey, BTW, my name's Ebundy Darkness Dementia Tearaway. What's yours? She changed her name, even.
Yeah, Munchtax, I think that's you.
Yeah, mute him. Mute him. Smite his ass. There he goes.
Yeah, that was getting annoying.
It really started making things sound nice, almost.
A little.
Tom Ridd, he said, and ran a hand through his black-dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my BF Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hargrid flew in on his black broom, looking worried. OMFG, Ebundy, you need to get back to into the castle now.
Just because someone's hitting on you doesn't mean they're perverts.
When the cashier just said you look so hot, you can have that for free.
Chapter 17. Also, AN, I said stop filming the stereo. If you're a prep and do not read it, you can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fuck off. Piz Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise to give you back your poster.
Okay, that's a tonal shift from the last chapter.
Are they fucking magpies? They keep stealing from each other.
Apparently she's like, yeah, fuck you. I expel your character and have her dead and get her corpse raped. Yeah, can you do this for me? I'll give you back your poster.
Stop murdering you canonically.
Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he Wanted because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid! I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard! Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. And Willow's back from the dead. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she
They
said.
have, like, the fucking Dragon Balls in this version of Hogwarts or something.
Yeah, but not.
Comment on that, but
she found Merlin's Island from Kingdom Magic and just went back in time.
Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it, and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and a black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. So are you going to the concert with Draco, she asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons off makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tour. Bloody March was going to the concert with Dracula. Dracula used to be called Navel, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth, and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism.
I wonder what color they are now.
And he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black Warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes with black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz. Get it? Because we're... that his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Or I gasped. My God. I can feel myself getting dumber having to read this.
Then please, for all of our sakes, stop reading.
I will not.
Oh, no.
I thrive off of your suffering.
Yeah, but you're also suffering.
The enjoyment I get from your suffering counterbalances my own.
Yes, so you gave nothing at the end of the day.
Because I'm worried that it'll affect the quality of my writing.
I'm pretty sure it'll just improve my quality since I know what not to do.
Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some other songs. Suddenly Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came.
Ah, yes. The noseless preppy man takes off the mask, instantly comes.
It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers.
It must really be very sensitive down there. That was the case. Also, why does it feel like that they take off their masks like Scooby-Doo villains?
Because they did.
No one expects Voldemort and the Death Dealers.
Yeah, it's like a weird band. Like literally, it's like a weird band that comes out of nowhere.
He also takes out a knife. Unlike Canon Voldemort, which refuses to use anything but the killing curse, this one doesn't use a wand at all.
You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Innobi, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed. And now, I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shouted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore!
I knew it.
Also, I like how he has a long black bread. He shaved his beard. He was carrying around a long loaf of bread.
Yes.
Very moldy.
It probably
Chapter 18. Coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, and blood-bed lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes, so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it.
Am I the only one that feels like we skipped something important?
No. Oh, not just one thing, no.
The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it, skull? Because I'm gothic and I like death.
Dumbledore versus Voldemort.
Wait, just wait for it. Get it, skull? Because I'm gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR boom. We went back to our rooms and we had you know what to a Linkin Park song.
Ah, yes, Linkin Park. The sexiest song to get into the mood with.
Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There all the walls were painted black, and the tables were black too. But you could see that there was a pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were posters of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Tralut t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot, Navel was saying. Suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had a normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? We all gasped. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we goths just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, one. BTW, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way like Gerard. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. I'm not okay, I promise.
That's a weird way to start things out. I'm not okay, I promise.
Hey, and post the Fleming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? 1-1. From knock, I'm going to Delt or mean or voice. 1-1-1. BTW, Ebony, poor blood, so there one thanks to Raven for the help. 11.
You gotta love how the fact that this Raven person has been trying to help her for spelling. This Raven person failed miserably, or succeeded amazingly.
Just as fucking bad.
I like the idea that Raven just fucks with her. Like, she actually hates this girl, so she keeps fucking up booking rides to this pile of shit. She never reads back on it. She just assumes.
All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. The MCR concert.
Fucking people I beta read for just run their fucking chapter through Google Translate a few dozen times and then give it back to them.
It had been postponed so we could all go. We've already seen this concert 2 times.
We've already probably seen this plot twist 3 times.
Anyway, I went to the common room, sadly, to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. RNT sensitive bi guys so hot. Oh, aren't. Sensitive bi guys so hot. No one fucking understands me, one. He shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes, like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Oh my god, do you realize there are actually people who cosplay as this character?
Yep. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black dye. Get it? Instead of tie, cause I'm gothic. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it. All over the a black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee and Gong Under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Crosses kill vampires, remember?
Okay.
What's going on?
I had to stop for a drink.
A fucking ball of is eating food instead of listening. Who keeps joining and leaving?
I don't know.
Balls.
Not balls.
No, it's balls. He just jumped in and out a second ago.
Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted, but it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily, crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces, like Benji in the video for Girls and Boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot.
What?
Okay, apparently she. I guess she was able to transform tobacco into marijuana somehow.
Oh, wizard.
Suddenly, Hagrid came.
Imagine a character do that in Harry Potter. Small pot.
How? Imagine it's Harry Potter. It actually was Harry, and he goes like, "Well, I got my. Oh, it's in my name."
Heroin Potter.
Suddenly, Hagrid came. He had appurated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. WTF do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR? I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20. Ian, I said I did not care what you think. Stop flaming, okay, preps. One thanks to Raven for the help. One, oh yeah, by BTW. I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. All day I wondered what this... What?
I was going to say, on one hand, I kind of would like to go to Transylvania, mainly because I just want to see Bram Stoker's Dracula, because I actually like Bram Stoker Dracula. And two, this is really painful to read.
Oh yeah. But the enjoyment of your suffering is so worth it.
Well, no, it's just, you can feel like this is the type of person that goes like, black clothes or eyeliner and all that stuff, like super early 2000s teenagers, like, I'm a sad brooding bastard and my heart is an ocean full of sadness.
This was written in early 2000s. It's like it was written 2006, 2007.
Yeah, I can't help but feel like if I would meet a person like this in real life, I'm going like, wow, you are such a fucking douche. Like, right in their face. I'm like, wow, you're such an unbelievable dickhead cunt. I don't even care if I'm at work and I'm checking them out. If they act like this in front of me, I'm like, you're a cunt.
All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and black gothic compact boots. MCR were going to do the concert again since Volksamort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrists while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door.
Slitting her wrist.
While I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Fang You for the Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snape since he was a pedo. No, actually, get it, hell? Can I please borrow some condoms? Some condemns? He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fucker, he says, going away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went.
What is it perfect?
Then I gasped. ... Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching one.
What the hell is going on here? What's with these scenes?
Pretty self-explanatory.
Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot! They both shouted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up, though. Normally, I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. BTW, Snake has moved to Gryffindor now.
What the hell is going on here?
You don't wanna know.
WTF, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. See, I spelled dat. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. What?
Did she actually spell that right?
Sadistically?
Yeah.
Think so, yeah.
Because I was one hope that she failed. I was hoping that she failed.
You dimwit, Snape began to shoot angrily, and then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now, next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out, or I'll show this to Dumbledore.
I can't just say, this has to be satire, because why the fuck would Lupin, who has been alienating Ebony the entire fucking fic, why would he ask her for fucking condoms? Like,
apparently fucked Snake in the ass.
So fuck off, you bastards, I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside, and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot.
The author of this fic is from Dubai. It's not Australia.
They're from Dubai.
I looked it up.
No, the one on fanfiction.net isn't the original one anymore.
The Tara Gillespie?
No, I don't think the person on fanfiction is one anymore.
No. He is saying he looked up the name of the author. Tara Gillespie.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh. The name of the author.
Yeah, like the name of the original author is known.
Fuck, I didn't know that.
Or the alleged name, I should say. WTF, where's Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's been a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come, Vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? Spelling, changing the entire meaning of what's being said.
Maybe that's the actual meaning.
Maybe. Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dogfather, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Innaby on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner.
Like the little bitch he is.
Chapter 21. AN. Fuck you, okay? You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? Cause that bitch Raven. Cause it fuck you, preps. Whoops, saws Raven. Thanks for the help. BTW, Transylvania rocks rad. I even got to go to the castle where Dracula was filmed.
Did someone just like fucking open a can of soda directly into the damn microphone?
That's what it sounded like. Later, we all went to the skull.
Sorry.
Draco was crying in the common room.
I wasn't actually trying to do that.
Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice.
Feedback.
I was thirsty.
No, I'm not, you fucking bitch. he shouted angrily. He stated to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I stated to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Inabi, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come, he began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on, because I love sensitive bi guys. If you're a homophone, then fuck off. Fuck of.
A homophone?
Yes. And then... ... We heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly.
Invincibility cloak was so much better than invisibility cloak.
The invincibility coke.
Like, I don't know if this is a drug.
Open a drink and you're invincible.
No. It's just regular crack cocaine. It makes you feel invincible, but doesn't actually do anything.
Well, the idea of the soda.
You're a wizard. You
Also,
magic makes it real.
I would like to point out that Filch is the cat. Norris is the human here.
Well, I like the idea of the soda one just because you can play Popeye's theme music. Like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch. Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me? Nope. Excuse me? Who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Denny heard Filch meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded, and then... ... Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as... ... Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late, because now we were ruining away from him.
Zero left. I can't believe it. He chickened out.
Yeah, zero dropped. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Draco, I cried, are you okay? I don't blame Zero and Mandor for dropping. It is like 1:30 in the morning for them.
Oh, same.
That's fair.
But Mama didn't raise no bitch.
I guess, though, Draco wept. He went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. See, isn't depressing on the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up, and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door, and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school.
Wait. Since when did Ebony can do that?
Since just now. Chapter 22. Final chapter of the night, chapter 22.
Oh, thank God.
AN, STFU, prep, stop flaming, okay? If you do not like it, fuck off. Fuck up. I know it's Mr. Norris. It's Raven's fault, okay? One, you suck. One, no, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock prep suck. Oh.
I swear this chick is bipolar.
What was your first clue?
Why the hell are all the author's notes so fucking awful in spelling and stuff? Like, even worse than the rest of the story.
All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were ... Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diablo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow.
Just stop and examine that image for a moment. Black, lacy, leather pajamas.
That must be very uncomfortable and very sweaty to sleep in.
I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy.
How many fucking MCR t-shirts does this motherfucker have?
All of them.
How many people does he look just like?
Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed of all her cleavage, with a white apron that said bitch on the others and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who is Jenny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diabolo, Crab, and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before, too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted Satanism. It's Crab and Goyle.
Yeah, this is Weasley's.
No, it's Crab and Goyle.
Darkness is no. What happened is Fred and George are now Crab and Goyle.
No. It's just that Ron and Jenny were adopted.
Apparently were raped.
Yes.
Yeah, but did you expect anything else from this fic?
OMFG, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? Innaby, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's alright, we have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective.
What? I almost spit all over my laptop. I almost...
Why are you so rugged?
I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow, and white foundation. Then I came.
And then she had to change her clothes again.
We all went outside the Great Hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudge was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord...
The Bark Lord?
The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge.
Fucking Voldemort is a furry now.
The Bark Lord.
That's why he recruits
the Bark Lord.
You are not... You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she's in the school, and her name is... ... Inani, Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way.
I love how they fucked up their name.
Also,
oh my god!
I like how apparently just fuck the whole idea of Harry Potter being the one. And
Of course not. That would mean her. OC isn't the one.
Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped.
Gasp. Oh no! Who would have? Who wouldn't have seen it
Are
coming?
we reading the rest tonight?
Not tonight, no.
Oh, thank God. Holy fucking shit. I'm surprised my eyes aren't bleeding.
They aren't, lucky bastard.
I mean, if they were, you're just part of the fan fiction now.
Fuck you. How could you do this to me?
How could this happen to me?
I miss.
I'm pretty sure that's going to come up one day. That song.
You were ever gonna sing into a microphone